Hello, everyone. My name is Annie Scully, and I'm a research analyst at United Way of Connecticut 211. And I'm joined today by my friend Kate Quigley, who is the lead resource specialist in our Information Services Department. Today, we're going to focus on our 211 disaster relief resources. As many of you know, we've been heavily involved in Hurricane Maria relief resources for those that are relocating from Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands to Connecticut. So today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about what we're doing here at 211 and also some of the new resources we have that are specific to Hurricane Maria relief efforts. As many of you know, we are a gateway to services related to emergency disaster response and recovery, as well as a statewide resource for emergency resources and information. We are sort of the gateway for a collection and dissemination of information. So when there is a local emergency or disaster, or as in recent days, disasters or hurricanes across the nation, 211 is sort of a central point of information that people can access. For the past month or so, we have been taking calls related to Hurricane Maria, and of those nearly 700 calls out of our more than 20,000 phone calls here at our 211 contact center, initially those calls were related to people trying to locate their loved ones, finding ways to help and donate. But more recently, as people are relocating from Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, they're related to accessing resources in Connecticut, whether it be basic needs resources like housing, food, clothing, or resources related to registering for FEMA, or more long-term support such as enrolling their children in school and finding child care services in the state. So our contact specialists, as well as some specialized materials you can find on our website, are really geared towards helping people locate that information. So under the direction of Governor Malloy and in stride with the state's Emergency Operations Center, we're working to provide services and community resources to those who have been displaced. This webinar is really supposed to be geared towards providers, but also individuals and families that are looking to navigate through the various resources and services in our state. So if you don't find the information you're looking for today or have additional questions for any of us, once again, I'm Annie Scully. I'm here with Kate Quigley, and you can also access or contact our Director of Information Services, Alana Krober, and our information is printed right on this slide. And the mission of United Way of Connecticut 211 is to help meet the needs of Connecticut and its residents by providing information, education, and connection to services. And we really feel that the work that we're doing on behalf of people relocating to Connecticut is in line with that mission. For those of you that aren't familiar with 211, we are a free, confidential information and referral service that connects people to essential health and human services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, either online or over the phone. And we're available for everyday challenges and during times of crisis and disaster. There are more than 200 independently operated 211s throughout the United States, and many, like ours in Connecticut, are operated by United Ways. We are accredited by AIRS, which is the Alliance for Information and Referral Services, which means that each one of our resources, which are more than 40,000 programs and services and a database with more than 4,000 agencies, each one of those resources is updated at least once per calendar year. Some of you may remember us as InfoLine. We began as InfoLine in 1976 as a public-private partnership between United Ways of Connecticut, United Ways, and the state of Connecticut. I'm going to quickly jump to our website, which is www.211ct.org. And before I hand over the reins to Kate, I'm going to give you a quick overview of our homepage and talk about a few features that might be helpful to you guys as you try to access resources. The first item I want to draw your attention to is this small globe in the upper right-hand corner. This globe allows you to translate our website completely into 30 different languages. As you run searches or search through our database, all of your translation will carry over to the various pages, including our e-library papers. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of our page, you'll see a link for our child care search. As I mentioned, many individuals are looking for more long-term support, such as child care. And by clicking on that link right there, you'll be able to drive right into our child care database. I'm going to pass over the torch to Kate Quigley right now, and she's going to take you through some of our specialized Hurricane Maria resources.
Thanks, Annie. Hi, everyone. This is Kate Quigley. Thank you so much for tuning in to the webinar. We hope that this will be useful for all of you when you're looking for information for families and individuals that you're working with that come through your doors who have relocated from Puerto Rico or any of the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of some of the specialized materials and resources that we have put together since last month. So we're going to start at the top of our website here at the banner where in red it reads recent natural disasters. Click for information and ways to help. So we're going to start there. And as you'll see, there's a few different options. When Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma touched down in Florida and Texas, we here at Connecticut 211 did assist some of our 211 partners in both of those states. So we did have information for those folks as well. For today, we're going to focus on Hurricane Maria, but just know if you need information about any of the resources related to the hurricanes or the earthquake in Mexico City, that's here as well. So again, today we're going to focus on Hurricane Maria. This is the page unique for all of the information we've put together recently. And just a little bit of housekeeping, once this webinar is complete, the webinar will live right here on this page for anyone to access at any time. So since last month, we've gotten a wide range of questions. So we've been collecting information, verifying information, and building up a directory of information as well as e-library papers to really make it an easily digestible way for people to know what to do and how to help, okay? So the e-library, some of you may already have viewed. We put this together last month. I'm not going to go too deeply into this, but these are really the 5 categories within this paper. If you're looking to just get a little bit more information, more specific to things that may be available for folks still in Puerto Rico, or ways that you can help in terms of donations. And this is available in English and Spanish. Other documentation and forms, this is the standby guardian forms for hurricane evacuees. This is also in English and Spanish. And all of these, when you click on them, they are, of course, printable if you want it in a paper copy. This flyer here, Hurricane Maria 211, How 211 Can Help. This is also an English and Spanish version. Right from this link. This is something we have been handing out at the airport, Bradley International Airport, recently in collaboration with our partners at Salvation Army and the American Red Cross, just to let people know that we're here, to let them know how to get a hold of us and our website for further information. All right, so the thing that we really want to focus on today is a resource guide that we have put together recently. It's in both English and Spanish. This guide is going to be continually updated. So if we click on the English version, you will see on the very first page, past the table of contents, this is an easy way for you to see what the scope of information is that we have in here. On the first page here in the top in the gray bar, if your agency is represented in this guide and you feel as though you want to update that information with us, add information, take away information, we really encourage you to get a hold of us. This is our email address, info@ctunitedway.org. That's my team. We check this email every single day, multiple times a day, or you can call our group phone number, so 860-571-6059. We'd be happy to make changes to this. And so the guide itself does list some information about who we are and what we do, as Annie just nicely highlighted for everyone. We have some in-person assistance references here. So the CREC Hurricane Relief Center, the City of New Britain is taking some efforts to help folks in person, FEMA information, also how to reach 211 in Massachusetts, excuse me, but the bulk of the information is really when we break it down into categories. So again, we've gotten a variety of questions related to, can someone bring their dog or their cat from Puerto Rico in to Connecticut, or folks are having questions about childcare or how to enroll their child into the school system. So there's guidance on how to do that. There are links and tips into our database. So anytime you see this little search icon, what will follow that are our recognized keywords or search terms for when we get into the website. So just please use this as a reference as often as you need. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually go into a sample search. So if you're within the directory electronically and you click on our website, www.TwoonOneCT.org, this prompt here is asking us, it actually goes to the next page, but it says type in ESL, the keyword ESL for the zip code or town where help is needed. So we're going to use English as a second language as a nice example. So these are really great resources that are offered throughout Connecticut. So I'm going to come here, which this should look familiar. This is our homepage again. We're going to type ESL, and then we're going to put in Hartford, and you'll see that Google recognizes Hartford, so we're going to choose Hartford, Connecticut, and click search. Takes just a moment, and this means we want ESL services and programs serving those that live in Hartford. So you'll see there's 24 resources that come up. All of those correspond to the pins on the map. If we scroll down, you're just going to see a little snapshot of all of these. But the nice thing about our website is that you can start to build up a resource cart. So let's say you're working with someone either in person or over the phone, and you're on our website doing this search for them. We're going to add this into a cart, and we're going to keep going until we have a few in there. So you'll see at the bottom the resource cart starts to populate. I'm going to click on my resource cart. So we have 3 options here. And what you can do is either print this list or you can share it by an email. So either emailing the client you're working with, emailing yourself, either to keep track of the resources you're providing someone or whether these may in fact be for yourself or a family member. All you have to do is plug in the email. You can put a little comment in if you'd like and your name and then hit send. I'm going to go back to the last search. Let's just say that one of these is appropriate. So the Burns Latino Studies Academy at the Village. And you want more information about this. So you're going to click more details and you're going to see who they serve, what documentation is required. They speak Spanish, they serve Hartford, the phone numbers that you need, the address of the program. If you wanted to share just this one resource, you can also, again, print it, share it by email, or with one individual record, you can send it by a text message, which is a really nice feature that is new for us and very well received by the community. So just plugging in the phone number and then the provider, and you're good to go once you hit send. Okay, so that's one sample search. I'm going to just do one more thing so everyone is aware. We use the keyword of ESL, but I want you to know that you can type anything into this search box here. So the guidance from the guide, the directory of resources related to this effort for Hurricane Maria, will point you in the right direction. But if you need other services and you want to search our entire database, that's okay too. So we're going to use community clinics as another example. So what you'll see is that it auto-suggests that for you. You can choose it and click search, and it will re-up the search for you for all of the community clinics serving Hartford, Connecticut. There's also some advanced filtering options. You can filter by radius, by gender, by age, by day of the week, and even by whether a resource is open now or not. If you're choosing any one of these, just choose the particular day, click filter results, and it will narrow it down to those that are open on a Wednesday. Okay? So I'm going to go back into the Hurricane Maria page one more time, and back into the guide one more time. And we're going to take a look at one other resource that we have, which is our TwoonOne Navigator. Sorry for the scrolling. Our TwoonOne Navigator is a tool that we built here in-house at 211. It's an online benefits screener that will deem eligibility for a number of different state and federal programs. So again, within the directory, you can click on the link and it's going to take you right to the Navigator. It screens for all of these programs, provides detailed information about each program if you click on it. But the screener is very simple, no need to put in birthdays or social security numbers. It's free and it will deem eligibility for these programs that are listed here. Okay, so we hope that this information is useful and helpful for all of you. Please feel free to utilize any or all of these resources as needed. And also please feel free to contact us at any time with any questions that you may have. We thank you very much for tuning in today.